You've been living in England.
Yeah.
How many years?
5 years.
5 years. And we haven't met all this time.
Yeah.
But suddenly we did, and we realised that we had a storytelling project coming up at the ASHA Centre.
Yeah.
And I immediately thought this, and it was going to involve people from the Middle East, but also Europe. So the countries, let's just remember the countries that we were working with.
Bulgaria, Romania,
Latvia,
Egypt, Palestine, Israel,
and the UK.
and the UK.
It was only a week we had, but to run the training. And our idea was to make a performance at the end of it,
Yeah.
and to share that with people from this community here.
And we're having these pillow fights and everything is great until I lose Toby. I drop him down beside of the bed and down here in his court between the bed. Toby is my toy cable car.
We had a mixture, didn't we, of some people with performing backgrounds. We had this wonderful group from Egypt. And we had people also that had some previous experience, but fundamentally this was a group of people that had never performed before. I mean, we had 32 young people here, and everybody went through some process that enriched them, that expanded them, that changed them.
It was challenging.
It was challenging.
So in this course, what we try to do is to bring people to memories of their childhood, where that identity was still very flexible, in a place where there is still the barrier between them and the other was not so clear, and to investigate that place. And while doing that in a group from people from very, very different countries, they discover that they all went through that similar process.
It's universal.
Yeah, it's universal.
And then to make that into some sort of common story that one can present to an audience, that's quite a challenge.
Yeah, and that was Elias' geniosity.
And we did try to rise to this challenge in just 1 week.
Yeah.
And I think we made a beautiful performance.
Yeah.
You are not our father. That's why. Because you didn't raise us. People that surround you are singing their hellos. Stand by God as you try to be. 'Cause
He met his friend, taller man, with mustache. And this man looked to me and told me, "Hi, how are you?" "Oh, I'm good." "Don't you remember me?" "No. I'm the one who cut your dog."
It is an art of performance, but the performance comes from of being really honest and truthful with what this story means to you, which is a process of uncovering all kind of masks, And the first thing that comes in performance is a mask, right? The theater starts with masks as well. People, I need to perform, they put a mask, I need to be different. No, this is not what we do. No, you actually need to be more who you really are.
And I remember as well, we were going back to my granny. She's in bed shouting at everybody in pain, "Go away! I don't want any help from anybody!"
People come and we ask them a question that leads to a memory. And a memory comes. And it comes from the unconscious part mostly. They don't plan which memory will come to them. It just rises to the surface. They don't know why. And a lot of times they say, "I don't know why, this story has no meaning." You know? It's just a simple thing that happened to me. This is the first fear that comes. It's not interesting for other people.
Yeah, it's boring.
It's boring,
I heard that,
all
yeah.
those things, We discover that memory, it's like the microcosmos in the macrocosmos. In that little memory, you find like the core of the personality. So it's the same with the memories. The process leads them to a discovery of who they are, really. And by doing that, they can meet the other.
Jesus,
one of the participants told me, and that's maybe summarizes, these stories, they're like keys. They are keys to unlock other people, but also they are keys for ourselves.
There was one evaluation I want to say. This person just wrote at the end, I now feel more human.
That's nice.
So there's something about art that can humanize us, I think, in a different way. I've always believed that, and that's how we began the ASHA Centre.
I think also this place, like the ASHA Centre, is, like I told you, it does 70% of the work already. You don't need to do much. In a way, you don't need to do much.
Another evaluation comment was, I felt at home, you can read it, I felt at home for the first time in my life. Now, why is that?
Wow, that's amazing.
It's not just the place. People feel at home when they feel, and somebody said it, that they can say things that they would not normally risk saying.
And they're
seen, that they're seen and that they can trust that the others will have a basic goodwill towards them.
It's a group with an amazing potential. I was believing in this group from the first day, but I was never expecting such a quality in a few days. I'm completely speechless.
والله العمل الفني كان فيه ناس كتيرة أسهمت فيه، ونحب نشكر المشير عبد الفتاح السيسي وكل الناس اللي ساعدوا في إن العمل ده يطلع بالجمال ده كله، وشكرا والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Thank you so much, even if we don't understand that, but I guess it was a good thing.
In the old days, everybody in Camphill was like this, just having a lot of fun. But it seems like that with the government taking over Camphill, it just seems like we're losing a bit of the old cultural spark.
The most impressive group and the most passionate people are in this group. And the light is off. Yes, in this group.
The course is not just about our own process, but it's about giving something away to another community. And you can see how much the people loved it tonight. I mean, they are just on fire. And I think that experience of being able to give something is vital for a course, because otherwise the course just becomes about us. And so this last experience of giving it away, I think, is really important. And at the ASHA Centre, we always try and do that in some way on a course, either through connecting with a local community, doing a performance, inviting people to see what we've done, so we make a connection. And today was difficult, to tell you the truth. There were times when we were pushing and feeling, oh, is this right? Is this right to get a group of people from all corners of the earth and to put them through an intense process where an artistic process is demanding? And some people don't understand it. Why are we doing this? But I think nobody would say now that it wasn't worth it.